This is an instructional reference video for assembling the Algae Optic 2 photo finish kit. In this video you'll be shown how to connect the components of the photo finish kit in the two scenarios of camera placement. We won't cover how to actually adjust the camera or use the system, as this is essentially identical to the current system. However, a reference video for doing this is also included on this disc. The new equipment is very similar to the current equipment and is in the same cases you'll be familiar with. The difference is that there is now no longer a black box controller and the camera now requires power. Because there is no black box, the way in which you connect the camera to the laptop has changed, and this is what we will be showing you how to do in this video. The first step is to assemble the camera and mount. This is the same as you would currently do. It's recommended that the camera and mount be placed alongside or as close as possible to the judge in a raised position in line with the finishing line and mirror. Assemble the mount and attach it to the camera mount using the bolt and spacers as required. If you don't know how to do this, you should seek training from your club. There are also detailed laminated instructions in the photo finish kit. Once complete, you're ready to run the cables to connect the camera to the laptop. Locate the camera power adapter and plug it into the camera into the port marked Ext Supply. Then take the other end of the power adapter and plug it in to the extension cord. Take the long black cable with the white trigger box and the black trigger and push button and plug its silver end into the first port on the camera adjacent to the spirit level that says photo cell. Run both the trigger cable and the power cable to the judge's position where the laptop will be positioned. The next step is to set up the laptop. Place the laptop on the bench at the judge's position. Then, locate the UPS battery and place it next to the laptop. Plug the power adapter plug into the rear of the UPS. Locate the UPS power adapter cable and plug it in to one of the ports on the rear of the UPS. Plug the power board into that adapter. Locate the laptop's power supply and plug it into the power board. Plug the other end into the rear of the laptop. Finally, plug the UPS's power supply into a power point. Once connected to the power, turn the UPS battery on. Turn the laptop on by pressing the power button. For the new system, there is no password or log-on required. The computer will start straight into Windows. Give the computer a few minutes to start until it comes up with a Windows desktop screen. On the front right-hand side of the laptop is a black slot. Locate this and push it in with your finger to pop out the cover. Pull out and remove the cover to reveal the Firewire card slot. Locate the Firewire card and insert it into the slot towards the front of the laptop. The Firewire card simply pushes in until it clicks. The next step is to connect the camera to the laptop. There are two methods to do this, and which one you use will depend on the distance between the camera and the judge and laptop. We will first consider the method to use where this distance is less than 6 meters. You can use this method if the judge and laptop are in the same room as the camera, or if the judge is directly below the camera on the lower floor and you can pass the cables out the window and down to the lower position. Locate the grey Firewire cable and plug one of its ends into the yellow camera port labelled IEEE 1394A. The cable only goes in one way. Run the grey Firewire cable to the laptop and plug the other end of it into the Firewire card. The cable only goes in one way. Hold the card so you're careful not to pop it out while inserting the cable. If you wish to use the mouse, plug it in to the side of the laptop. Now, open the Algae program to test the camera connection. The Algae program is the Algae timing icon, which is black and white and yellow, labelled Optic 2. Double-click this icon. The Algae program opens and you should see a box say Camera 1 found. This indicates the camera is connected. Click on OK. If the camera found box does not appear, check that the camera is powered on. It should have a green light on the back of it. Check that all cords connecting the camera and the laptop are secure and plugged in. check that the Firewire card is plugged in properly all the way and has not popped out. Then restart the computer. To test the camera picture, ensure that the icon that appears like a blue battery with a red number 1 is depressed, and then click on the test icon. You'll see an image from the camera appear. The system is now set up and ready to adjust and use. Proceed to adjust the camera as required to get the picture as needed. Note that the camera has grub screws on the lens which will need to be loosened before adjustment. Adjust the camera as required and then tighten the grub screws. If you don't know how to adjust the camera, you should seek training from your club. There are also detailed laminated instructions in the photo finish kit. We will now consider the method to use where the distance between the camera and the laptop is more than 6 meters. Locate the red Cat5 cable. Take one end of the cable and plug it into the rear of the camera in the port labelled Cat5E. Run the red Cat5 cable to the judge's position and laptop. Then locate the Cat5 converter box and place it next to the laptop. Locate the converter box's power supply and plug it into the converter box. Plug the power supply into the power board. Locate the grey Firewire cable and plug one end of it into the Cat5 converter. Plug it into the port adjacent the power supply. Plug the other end of the grey Firewire cable into the Firewire card on the laptop. Hold the card, being careful to not pop it out while inserting the Firewire cable. Finally, take the end of the red Cat5 cable and plug it in to the other side of the converter box. Now test the picture to ensure the camera is connected correctly. To do this, open the Algae Timing program. This is the icon on the Windows desktop, which is white and black and yellow, called Algae Timing Optic 2. Double-click this icon. You should see a message that says Camera 1 found. This indicates that the camera is connected correctly. Click on OK. To test the camera image and to make adjustments, first ensure that the icon that looks like a blue battery with a red number 1 on it is depressed. Then click on the test icon. You will see an image from the camera appear. If you did not get the message that camera 1 was found, check that the camera is powered on. You should have a green light on the back of the camera. Then check all cords connecting the camera and laptop are secure. Then check the Firewire card is plugged in all the way and is not popped out during attachment of the cable. Finally, restart the laptop and try the program again. The system is now set up and ready to use and adjust as required. Proceed to adjust the camera as required to get the picture as needed. Note that the camera lens has grub screws. These will need to be loosened before the lens is adjusted and tightened once complete. If you don't know how to adjust the camera, you should seek training from your club. There are also detailed laminated instructions in the photo finish kit. You should be aware that the new photo finish equipment has a separate race start and photo capture trigger mechanism. The white box with the green button is the race start mechanism. To start a race, press the green button when the horses jump from the barriers. The Algae system will begin the race countdown. When the horses are within 10 metres of the finish line, press and hold the red button. Hold the trigger until all the horses have crossed the finish line, and then release the button. The photo will appear in the Algae software on the right hand side. You can then proceed to make your adjustments as required. Finally, you should note that there are no printers included in the photo finish kits. To get a copy of the photo of the finish, you can use a USB stick to copy the photo and then transfer it to a computer that has a printer, or to give to a third party that requires the photo. To do this, simply plug the USB stick into the laptop, minimize the Algae software, double click on the icon on the desktop, Algae Optic 2, Optic 2 Images. This opens the location of the photo images. Locate the image of your photo. Right click the file and select Copy. Then go to Computer, open the USB and select right click and paste. You can then remove the USB stick and transfer the image as required.